Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your favorite chess journal YouTube channel. I hope everyone is doing great. And today let's play a game in Simple Chess. We've logged into Simple Chess website. These games are for beginner level or intermediate level players, not to mention. We're playing 10 minutes rapid game. Let's open with d4. Our opponent is slightly beginnerish level. Or okay, so d4 d5. Let's develop this knight here, knight f3, playing in a London system fashion. Let's play the London system. Knight f6. London system goes here. Here they sometimes they go this way. In that way, in that case, we're gonna pull our bishop back. So hopefully this game is gonna intrigue all of you out there. Now d6 is definitely blocking their light square bishop, so the light square bishop sometimes go here. Now how do we continue? Let's stick to the method of London system, putting the pawn like this way, and then the dot square pawns here. That's not the move. Usually, or typically speaking, bishop comes here. So that helps us to put our light square bishop there to allow us to castle. And I don't know why they're taking so much time. I mean, they're not analyzing games like the way I'm doing for you guys, right? Okay, so what is their plan after playing h6? I don't know. I think now that I want to castle kingside, let me play h3, because if the bishop is attacked, we can tuck him back here. So they have castled, and let's also castle by ourselves. Now we got a plan here, because we're now the opening stage is complete. Typical plan in London system is to break in the middle, push the pawn here. So this needs to be this square is attacked 2 times with our from our opponent. So we need to put at least 3 defenders or 3 attackers, because here that is one way, or putting the knight here. Now they play here. Okay, so we can jump in the middle with our knight, stop that transaction. Okay, so now after knight b d7, we do not necessarily react to our opponent's I'm sorry for the background noise if you can hear. We do not necessarily react to our opponent's moves. Rather we focus on, because this is like defended, right, with our pawn, with our bishop. Okay, what is that move? This is quite uncanny, because I haven't seen this one before. So we're just gonna put our, okay, I think they want to play here f6. So in that case, if f6 happens, we have to think ahead, right? If f6 happens, we're gonna make sure that our knight goes somewhere safe. If f6 happens, we can put our knight back here, because they are aiming for, capturing this dark square bishop and slightly damaging our pawn structure. But this pawn, I like this pawn structure, because imagine that this pawn is here, and then if we put the pawn here, look at our kingside position is gonna control, these pawns control a lot of squares. So I like that pawn. Instead, what I'm gonna do, let's try to open up here. on our queen side, because our pawns are aiming on their queen side, so that's the area where we should be playing at now. Had our pawns been like, you know, this way and this way both, then we would have focused on the middle. Or if our pawn structures are focusing only at this side, which is the king side, then we could have played on the king side. But now, I mean, generally speaking, that's how I have been taught by the YouTube videos, like the way you are watching my channel. I have also watched somebody's channel, and I also mentioned who it is. And I'm gonna mention it now. It's Ginger GM, the great Grandmaster Simon Williams. I'm a bona fide subscriber to his channel. I watch his videos, and I learned a lot from him. I mean, literally a lot. So here are a couple of ways, I mean 3 ways we can capture with this knight, with this bishop, with this knight, right? But we don't want to capture yet with this knight because I like this knight positioned here. So I'm just gonna capture with this knight, improve our position a little bit, because this knight wasn't doing anything. So in course of talking, I lose a little bit of time, but I think this helps for you guys, right? Okay, so let's see how they react now. So their dark square bishop is tagged. We definitely want to grab their dark square bishop, maybe, or maybe not. The thing is, I don't want to capture. I don't want to capture their knight square. Knight, because that helps them develop their LSB or light square bishop. So they have put the knight on f6, and this knight has very little future. As soon as they play here, I put my focus on this knight. This is the habit that I have developed by practicing a lot, so you guys need to develop. So we do not necessarily capture and allow them to capture and dislodge our knight. So what we're going to do, we're just going to develop our queen at c2 and create a battery here and a threat. Don't get me wrong, I mean capturing here is also fine, but I didn't like it yet. Rather this, I mean they'll have defender, but I like this move playing here. Positionally speaking, we're doing better because of the fact that they have underdeveloped pieces, and our pieces are developed, our roots are connected, all of our pieces are taking part in the game. So if you're at this rating range, you should be thinking like this way. You should not dive into attacks prematurely, rather than put focus on how to develop your pieces into their optimal square. Now that is a super weakening move. Their king, look at their king, and the pawns in front of their king is the primary defender. So here we get a lot of we can see a lot of weakness, the dark square weakness, light square weakness. They've just created. Also this pawn could be a target someday. I'm just gonna simply pull my bishop back, put him here, and now instead of playing at the queen side, I have to shift my focus or plan towards playing their king side, because they have a weakness here, and they're not playing plan wise. So okay, here's a cool trick. This is dark square, right? This is super weak. So who is the biggest defender of the dark square? Definitely the dark square bishop. This knight is not doing much, so we can grab this knight. I mean grab this bishop, right? to get rid of their dark square defender. But if we grab here and they capture with the pawn, what happens in that case? In that case, we need to move our knight, right? I mean, we've got so many moves to play. Even f4 is possible to further weaken their. Oh no, what is that? Okay, f4 is possible to tag these. I don't know, a lot of good moves. Or even playing here. I mean, rook c1 is also possible. Okay, I'm just gonna stick to the simple plan. Just capture the knight. They could capture with the queen, but that would fall into a terrible tactic. So they have captured with the pawn. Now, where do we go with our knight? Coming back here doesn't make sense because I want to play f4 one day. So I'm just gonna play here, knight c4. And it is likely that they're gonna play here. And honestly speaking, I want them to play here because I get my square back. Or even I get this square. So let's see if they fall for it. Now that I have to, now that I have eliminated their dark square bishop, I gotta come up with a plan on how to attack their dark squares, like here in front of the king, right? We've got, luckily we've got dark squares here. You might want to say that at this rating range, this guy is from Madagascar. So at this rating range, why am I thinking like so complicatedly? I mean, hey ho, listen guys, it really doesn't matter if your opponent is 1000 rated player or 2000 rated player. You always think at your best level and shouldn't be relaxing in any of the situations, because I have lost many games by relaxing, playing against the lower rated players. So we can go there, but this square is up for grab, right? This knight here being backed by our dark square bishop is keeping an eye in a lot of their weak pawns, putting pressure on the light square bishop and controlling a lot of key squares in our opponent's camp. So that is why knight d7 is better than playing knight e5, I believe. I might be wrong, but I believe. Now they want to activate the light square bishop after their last move. We can see, but they cannot yet activate the light square bishop because this knight is covering the square. Okay, now is the time to activate one of our rooks. So let's bring the rook here. As I said, I wanted to play here, but I have put this move in reserve. I just want to see one more move, what they're gonna play. I just saw this move is possible, pinning their king, and then that becomes threat. I could have played that one in my last move, but I honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't see that one. Okay, so they're taking a lot of time, understandable. I must say we're definitely doing better here, because their position, look at their position, and it's not good at all. We just need to keep our calm and strategically improve our position, because like Bobby Fischer said, tactics flow from superior strategic position. So if you're at this rating range, I mean 1400 plus, you should not, always think of like crash, bang, wallop. I mean like tag, 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 something like that. Come with plan. That's gonna be helpful. So yeah, as discussed, let's play here. Bishop e5. Now this is a threat. Also, now after playing this one, I see that this one is threat. Okay, not anymore. This threat, I mean, they have. I mean, look. Okay, so they're gonna grab our rook, right? Okay, go ahead. If they grab our rook, we can recapture. Still will be a point up. Now their position will collapse. Okay. Notice that I didn't capture with the king because I didn't want any sort of like checks to be given by our opponent. So let's see what happens. So we're definitely now doing better because of the fact that we're material up. Here, this is still pinned. I think now is the time to open up the king side. So let's do that. If they capture, we're gonna recapture with a rook. Okay, so they're after our light square bishop, but okay, hang on a second. Do I see any tactic here? Okay, no, capturing this one is better because if they capture our bishop, we'll still get their knight and also the queen, right? Also we can grab with the rook because that is gonna be a checkmate threat. Do you guys see that? I mean, if we take with the rook, I mean if we take with the bishop, we definitely win the queen, right? So but if we take with the rook, we get checkmate. Okay, so of the two moves, which one is better? Obviously checkmate wins the game or ends the game. They're gonna give up their queen, or if they play something else, I mean if, for example, if they go here, we can even sacrifice our queen and they have to take, and then here it's like made in two, here and there. That's cool. Also if they do not take the queen, I mean take the rook, we have this check, and again the same process. So like I said, we're just simply gonna beautiful tactic, remove the defender of this square, and then this square is guarded. Check, and only square to go to is here, and then this is checkmate. So that's a super finish with a beautiful tactic. Let's quickly go through the game. This is the London system game that we have played. Uh, our opponent made a mistake here. Instead of that, they put the bishop here on d6, but now they play d6. We put the knight in the middle, and we immediately don't react. That is a trippy move. They shouldn't go for that one. Open here on the queen side, then here. This is super weakening. That's the terrible blunder. I wouldn't have played that one, and I don't recommend that one at all. Here captures and put the knight in the middle. This is a super, monster knight. Now we pin the knight, and here they simply grab their knight. Yeah, they get our rook, but we just simply recapture, being material up. Now is the time to open up. Here now comes the tactical part. Okay, instead of taking with the bishop and immediately go after their queen, we just run after their king. Checkmate around the corner. Here, this is a beautiful sacrifice, queen, and check, and checkmate. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys like this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and till the next time, take care of yourself. Bye bye.